I have so many fond memories with Desi. I think we first met our senior year, the summer before our senior year of high school. We went to SBO camp together at Snow College. We also attended Utah State University together. And I remember in college, we were trip coordinators at the Outdoor Rec Center together. She told me about this cool way that we could go on trips and get it paid for. And so we planned a trip to have a soup pie. And I think there's about 12 of us. They gave us a 15-passenger van to take out on this trip. And I think shortly after that trip, we were both never allowed to drive university vehicles again. I think Desi clocked like 100 miles an hour, and we might have taken flight at one point. But we had so much fun. The second we got there, I know she had everyone out climbing up the waterfalls and jumping off into all the beautiful turquoise pools. But we became quick friends, and our lives have just interwoven through the years. It's been a journey. I know when my husband and I, Scott Paul, and I first spoke on the phone, it was a blind date that we were set up on, and the first time we spoke on the phone, we realized that we had this wonderful mutual friend, Desi. And needless to say, our first phone call went on for about an hour probably, because once we started telling such fun stories, and one thing led to another, but we had a great first phone call, and Desi, I could say she very much played a part, unbeknownst to herself, of us both meeting and then also getting us together. So, and we've just had so much fun with her and her wonderful family through the years, staying in Mexico with them, and we just love you, Desi. Happy 40th, and I hope we can have many, many more wonderful adventures.
What can I say about Des? I knew her before Scott. That's important. Natalie knew her before me. But my favorite memory of Des is when, after eating the most delicious meal on the island of Capri in Italy, off the coast of Naples, with her friends and my friend, we partook unknowingly of what is lemon vodka in Italian, limoncello. And she was so excited about how it cleared her nose and her sinuses, and she was just so excited, just so Des about her first shot of pretty much pure alcohol. And I didn't know what it was either until I was informed later that night. And I said to my friend, do we tell her? Do we tell them? No. So I don't know when she actually found out that was her first shot of alcohol, but it was my favorite moment, favorite memory of Des. Followed by a great time on the beach at Ischia, dancing to music by these thermal ponds right on the ocean. I mean, it was insane. All I know is that Des would go everywhere and make everyone around her light up, have fun, dance, forget that there's anything called time, and or need to be anything but yourself. And she's still that way. So, voila.
Hey Des, happy birthday. I can't believe we're turning 40 this year. There's so many things that I love about you. I think that obviously your sense of adventure, but also your just, intuition and your willingness to, you know what you want and you go out and get it. Even if that means doing a lot of special orders off the menu to get exactly what you want. But I think it manifests itself in a lot of other ways where things just, always people might think that things just always seem to work out for you, but really it's because you've got the drive and the passion to go out and get it and do whatever it makes to make it happen. And I really love that about you. So many good memories. Obviously there's our trip around the world and could go on and on there, but I really loved our summers, summers of swimming lessons and road trips, and just the self-sufficiency we had as 3 women and just getting on the road and camping and having fires and cooking our food and, you know, living pretty bare bones, sleeping on the side of the road wherever we could find. But I just love that we were able to like go out um, and just, you know, live the dream and not needing anybody to take care of us, just taking care of ourselves and having the flexibility and freedom to just go wherever we wanted, whether it was, you know, down to Moab or doing a slot canyon or driving to Colorado. I just loved it, and thanks for letting me join so many of your great adventures, from the trip we took in Mexico I really loved, and just so many more. So love you and hope you have a wonderful birthday.
One of the things that I most love about Desi is her joy and just like the great energy that she brings to any room. She's always so fun and positive, and we always laugh so much together. I just have so many memories of just laughing and laughing till I'm crying with Desi. One of my favorite memories is a bike trip we took some time ago down to St. George, and we would just randomly stop and get out and turn the music up really loud and dance. And we danced at the trailhead for all the bike rides, and we danced in front of a mortuary and at the restaurant, and it was just lighthearted and joyful and so much fun. And I sure hope Desi is always in my life, and I love you, and happy birthday, Des.
Happy birthday, Desi. I have been so grateful to have you in my life. I feel like you are just one of a kind. You are so talented and driven and creative. And I think one of my favorite things about you is that you are really lighthearted, and it's just such a good quality. I just always feel good around you. Like every time we go on a bike ride or we hang out, I just walk away feeling good. And I think that is one of the best qualities someone can have, and I just love that. Also, I'm just grateful for all the talks we get to have on our bike rides or hikes or runs that we've had, and you always have so many good things to share or laugh about with me or inspire me with. I think you're the greatest mom and such a sweet wife, and we're just also lucky to have Desi in our lives. So I hope you have the best birthday and you feel really celebrated. Love you, Desi.
So many things that I love about Desi that it's hard to narrow it down. But one thing that when I think about her that reoccurs always is just I always feel so uplifted when I'm around her, because she's such a deep person and also just full of light and love and fun. And I just feel inspired by the way that she intentionally lives her life. And she's always striving for a goal or planning an adventure or talking about her kids. And she's just an amazing person. I loved her when she was the little cousin across the street that I would play with in the summertime and on occasion with the ruppers. And I love her now that our paths have crossed again, and that we get to have Dean and Dana and Edie and Sky and Cooper be friends. And I'm just so proud of who she is. She's so amazing. Love you, Desi. Happy 40th birthday. So glad that you're a part of my life. Thanks for all that I learned from you and the many ways that your influence brings me light and love and makes me.
Happy 40th birthday, Desi. Welcome to the club. It is such a good one. Hey, just wanted to check in and share some of the things I love about you. I'd say the top things that quickly come to mind, quickly and easily, are your generosity, your inspiring drive, and you're always down to have a great time and help everyone else do so as well. Generosity, I just remember just not too long ago being in such a horrible place when Emily had COVID and we were quarantined with the kids, and like clockwork, you show up with some really amazing food, which that seems like one of the many ways that you share your generosity, love through food. I can think about a half of other dozen times when you showed up at the right time when we're kind of in the pain cave with an amazing soup and some tasty, delicious food right when we need it. So I really appreciate that. Your inspirational drive. It's been really cool to watch you build your businesses over the years. I know how incredibly hard that'd be with the kids at home, and as a mom, entrepreneurship is hard without those constraints, but watch you build Unconventional Kitchen and the Mom Conference. Despite everything going on in your life, it's been incredible and inspirational. I think you see that same drive in your fitness. You're always one of the fittest out there, just crushing, again, despite having babies and other life constraints. It's inspirational. And lastly, you're always down to have fun. I think about times like the Wind Rivers backpacking, and I think you were pregnant back then, speaking of drive and fitness. Going down to Cedar Mesa, always down for a good time, and you help everyone else around you have a good time too. So anyways, appreciate your warmth, your generosity, your drive, your smile that's always ever present, and your always fun attitude. So great to be around. I hope you have a wonderful 40th birthday, wonderful 40th year, and I wish you the best in this second half of life that we're in. Love you. Bye.
Desi, happy 40th birthday, friend. When I think about you, I can't help but to smile because you are just such a joyous person. And I just wanted to thank you for being my friend. And I honestly thank Heavenly Father for putting you into my life, because when I moved into that South Jordan house and didn't have any friends, I didn't know anybody, you were one of the first people to reach out to me. And I just feel like we really did connect. I remember going over to your house and Bobby Joe Stringham was there, and I could not believe it. And we had just could talk forever. And I felt like we had so much in common. And because of you and your adventurous spirit, I had some of the most fun memories in my life. I remember pushing that old beat up truck of yours in high school into the gas station because we ran out of gas like right before we entered to the gas station, and we couldn't quite make it, so we got out of the truck and like pushed it in. And I remember when we were trying to like raise money for Sub for Santa, going out with you at the McDonald's and just being like cuckoo crazy high schoolers. Havasu Pie was so much fun that we did that with our families, and going on girls camps, and oh my gosh, I just feel like we have so many great memories together. Serving as SBOs with Matt Bellows, my gosh, that was such a weird year. But at the same time, it was so much fun. Another memory, I think when we were at Havasu Pie Des, that we pooped off of that waterfall. Do you remember that? I'm pretty sure that happened. Don't tell anybody though, because that's super embarrassing. But a lot of the fun adventures that I had were because you kind of brought me out of my shell. And I just want to thank you for that, because I was able to tap into this like adventurous side that without you probably would never have happened. I joined the swim team because of you, because you convinced me to, and that was so good for me. So I just want to thank you. Something that I admire about you the most, though, is your testimony. You have a way of expressing your love for the Savior, and you've always been an example to me in that area, and I know that you love Him. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate that and admire you, because you've accomplished so many wonderful things in your life, and your family is always first, and the Savior always comes first. And I don't know, I'm just thankful that I know you. My life is better because I know you, and I really hope that you have a wonderful, happy 40th birthday. and know that you're loved. And that's all. Just sending you a giant hug. Okay, bye.
Desi, happy birthday. What I love about you is that whenever I'm with you, I always leave smiling. I have such a good time having conversations with you. I always learn from you, and I just enjoy life with you and your good, full fun energy. And I just wish you the happiest, most fabulous 40th birthday.
Oh my goodness, I love Des with every fiber of my being. I just love her. My sister and I once were talking about our favorite people, and like, if you could spend a day with somebody, who would it be? And I remember my sister said this really fun person, and I have so many people that I just love, but Des made the top of my list. I just went on to my sister about how awesome she is and how much we have in common. I love her spiritual strength and her desire to be a good mom, but she just also embraces every day and doesn't get too hung up on the little things that aren't as important, like spotless floors, and that's how I live my life. Like, my house might not be clean and organized all the time, but I feel like I love just to let those things go and really focus on the most important and, being a good mom. And Desi is all of those things and so much more. She's so inspiring and so talented and also just funny and fun. I mean, you always get a good laugh with Des. And actually one of the funniest moments is when we were doing a girls trip in St. George, and somebody else has probably talked about this before as one of their favorite moments. I don't know. There's a lot with Des, so maybe not. But when she got Botox and it seeped through her eye, and her eye was barely opening at all, and she still made the effort to catch a shuttle to where we were and bike with us, even though she only had one freaking eye. And she puts in her medicine so she can struggle along with us on the ride, like one-eyed. And still kills it. She's still at the front always. And then at the end of the night, as it's closing, we're just she's making up the funniest songs with Emily to Adele, and I can't even repeat it, but it was like, hello from the other side, I can only see through my one eye. I'm so off tune, but they had so many rhymes and lines from that moment and experience, and we were just dying laughing about Des and her one eye and her rhymes. And then another funny moment, obviously, was just the Panther girls at the dance, the junior high kids dance, and we were killing it. We even got them to dance because they're so awkward, and we just did not care, and we're having the time of our life. So I feel like we really got that party started. Anyway, Des is a blast, and she's one of the best people I know. I love her, and I'm so happy to welcome her to the 40s Club. Yeah.
Hey Des, this is Stevie. Welcome to the 40 Club. It's a doozy. There's so many things I love about you. I really had a difficult time deciding all the things I wanted to say about how much you've meant to me in my life. I have a lifetime of memories with you that mean a lot to me. You genuinely have affected my life in so many ways and really made me want to be a better person. You are very loving, extremely adventurous, accepting of all people, very motivated. You accomplish anything you put your mind to. Hilarious, so much laughing when you hang out with Rune. You give great advice, and you're a really good listener, which always has made you a great source of advice for me. I feel like I can always come to you if I really need someone to talk to. You make everyone feel comfortable, and you're such a fun mom, the coolest mom ever. I cannot believe we are 40. Seriously, it's crazy. I never thought this day would come, but I have to say you are the coolest 40-year-old I know. I'm not saying a lot because Erica's pretty dang cool. Our memories mean a lot to me, and I just hope we always keep on making more, and we get to spend time together as we get older. Some of the stories that come to my mind are sticking a corn nut up your nose, tricking you into brushing your teeth with Clearasil, a good old acne cream we used back in the 80s or 90s. Apparently, I'm realizing I got the teasing gene from the rep side. Making up the song and dance, I got the body to get your body. Doing my Saturday jobs together after we'd beg my dad for hours to have a sleepover. We'd come home and do all my Saturday jobs all day. I can't believe you ever even asked to have a sleepover with me. Endless singing adventures and trips and storytelling festivals our mom would put us in together. Sneaking American cheese slices from grandma's fridge. Being roommates up at college. Being able to watch each other date and get married, have kids, and always attempting to laugh and keep our sanity through all of it. Des, you really did and do bring so much laughter and happiness into my life and into my childhood. I am a much better person for knowing you, and I feel very lucky and blessed in my life to have had you been a part of my whole entire life. I love you, and I hope you have a great 40th birthday, and hope to see you soon.
Desiree, aka Des, aka Rune, aka Ron, aka The Wheeze. Man, it's been a long time. I've known you so long that I know you by like 7 different names. Anyway, happy birthday, by the way. 40 years old, kind of crazy. Scott asked us to say some fun stories about you and some things that we remember. Me and you, we've gone back a long time. We've had some amazing adventures together. One of my favorite stories of us would be actually an argument that we had on the way back from Las Vegas. We went to Warped Tour down there, and you got smashed between 2 people in the crowd. I lost a shoe, and I had to go underneath everybody that was moshing and try to find this shoe. And later we were deciding whose situation was worse. And you were like, well, I couldn't breathe. And I was like, well, I was gonna die. And we, kind of went back and forth on that. It was just kind of funny. We had some awesome times snowboarding. I love the time where you decided that it was amazing to be able to actually look up in front of you. I guess you'd been doing that, or you'd been looking at the ground for most of the season, and all of a sudden you had an epiphany on how awesome it is to actually see in front of you. Anyway, we've got a million different funny stories. We've had some great times over the years. You're amazing. We love you. And we hope that you have an amazing birthday. And we'll talk to you later.
My favorite memories of Desiree include all the fun things we would do. I love how she's always so fun, and she made everything so fun. I liked the adventures we'd go on, like sneaking into the Taylorsville pool after hours, and what else did we do? Stealing a mannequin arm from the dressing rooms at the mall, and the time when we were helping her do her SBO video and she jumped in the fountain and played in the water. That's just a few of the fun memories I have. We did the girls' camps and youth conferences and being in her ward and her neighbor, and I have memories of walking to her house frequently and just all the fun things we did. And she always made it fun. And eating, so many memories. Eating tomato soup at her house and we'd fluff for lunch. All sorts of things. Such a fun friend to grow up with, and I sure love Des, and I hope she has an awesome 40th birthday, and I'm so grateful for her friendship, and she's just such a good example of all the things that I wish I was better at, and she's just amazing, so I'm glad to have her in my life. Love you, Des.
Hey Des, happy birthday. I just want you to know that you are the most kind, amazing, beautiful, inside and out woman that I've ever met. I'm thankful to my Heavenly Father for sending you down to earth during this time that I was going to be here too, so that we could be friends and that we could chat for hours and hours without end. If it wasn't for Scotty or Wayne, I think we probably could talk a little bit more. But I really appreciate the personality that you have. I thank you for being so patient with me and for listening and for being always so loving and kind and always trying to reach out to those that are in need. I'm very thankful for the example that you have been to me and to my children. Thanks for coming to all of Jaden's races when you could, for helping with Liani's farewell, and for homecomings and birthdays, and for everything that you have helped me with. I really appreciate you being there for the important times in my life. I remember when we came to see you in California, and you had a brand new baby, and you and Scotty were just like the most amazing hosts there were. And I just thought to myself, oh my goodness, how in the world can she do this? I mean, I would not have patience, and I would be like, I need to go, my baby's crying, it is dusty, it is sandy, and you were just like so kind and so patient and so chill, which is such a blessing. Me and my family love you very much. I am thankful again to my Heavenly Father for allowing this friendship to happen, and I pray to God that you can have everything you desire in life, that you are able to accomplish all of your dreams, and that you can reach the goals that you were sent in here on this earth to accomplish. This video in here, it shows how you deal with fear in life. You were laughing, you were freaking out about being on that terrain when we went up to Tocqueville Falls, and it was just so funny to watch that you were freaking out, but you were still laughing, and I love that about you. Again, happy birthday, Des. I love you so, so, so much. Feliz cumpleaños.
What do I love about Des? Well, I'm kind of obsessed with her. I truly don't think it's possible to not love Desi. For starters, she's the co-founder of the exclusive club Bday. She's one of my favorite adventure bullies and partners in crime. She's up for anything and is such an easygoing friend. Besides being genuine, an awesome listener and confidant, she's gorgeous, kind, loving, insanely talented, fun, and funny. She has the most beautiful perspective and outlook on relationships, people, and humanity. I love, love, love that she's always learning and always working to improve herself. I can seriously ask her about anything under the sun, and she'll have solid advice or a solution for me. She just knows about all the things. She's always ready to give the benefit of the doubt and helps me find the silver linings in life. She's a helper and a doer, which I admire so much. She just makes things happen. Des has always been someone I can count on. Her spirituality and love of Christ has been a blessing and testimony builder to me. She has the most natural way of incorporating the gospel, peace, and love into all our conversations. Desi is a light, and we are all lucky to have her in our lives. Happy 40th, friend. I love you and can't wait to celebrate with you. Love, Bday.
Hey, Desi. Happy 40th birthday. Some things that I love about you, my sister, Desi. I really love that you are always someone who's willing to chat without judgment. I love that you have just an energy for life. You're really good at just kind of going for things, whether it be your businesses that you've started with the mom conference, or the food blog that you had, or going and traveling, going to Mexico. There's a lot of things that I really admire and look up to you for. Really love you, Desi. Hope you have a great day, and thank you for being my sister. See you, Des. Bye.
Happy birthday, Vern. Big 40. Man, we are old. What happened when we were like 19 years old, living in Logan, and hitting off right away? Gosh, I'm thinking about memories, and now all of a sudden they're starting to come to me. And I think you and I probably have the same memories. One of my first memories of you was when you had to move into the leopard room, and we cleaned it all up, and we did not share a room at the time. And I think within a week we were sharing a room because we became such good friends right away. I remember Andy coming to the door, and I had to tell him you didn't want to see him. It's another memory. The sugar cookies, and working out with the underground bodybuilder, and we pay him in sugar cookies. I remember telling you you had to go out with my friend Scott Ward, and you were like, no way. and then you getting home from your mission and going out with Scott Ward. And the first night we went to the hot pots. I remember driving in the car and me have to be like, turn towards me, turn towards you, because you never know what left and right is. I remember, gosh, I'm just going to keep saying I remember. I remember when my wedding got called off from Tom and you picking me up the next day and me just bawling too, and you being such a good friend and just listening to me. I know I'm feeling emotional because of that. I remember seeing you in the hospital after you lost your little baby and thinking how much I love you and how strong you are, and trying to bring you, or I guess Scotty, his favorite sandwich from Riverside Country Club after that happened. And I remember flying out to California every time we had season passes and staying with you. And we showed up at Disneyland and your pass didn't work, but we snuck in anyways. I brought this one up the other day, but when Sky was born and you guys teasing everyone that you named her for Detta. Our Thailand trip with all the little ones and your pregnant little belly, and you modeling all my towels for me. All our hikes, all our deep conversations. I remember one of our hikes that we went up to Big Springs. I don't know if you remember this, but we sat in the car and talked for like 3 hours about our life experiences and some of our sorrows we've had. Gosh, Desi, you've been in my life for 20 years. I'm not kidding when I say you're like a sister to me. I can go months without seeing you and it's just back to the same. You're one of my favorite people on earth. And I love you so much. You really are one of the greatest people I've ever met. And I'm so glad you came into my life. And wow, I'm crying. But I hope you know how much I love you, how much you mean to me. And you're one of, honestly, the kindest people and non-judge people I know. And you're also so beautiful inside and out. And you just have a good, good heart. And I hope you have the best 40th birthday. And I can't wait until we're 80 and Scott chooses me to be the one to go celebrate your 80th birthday. Anyways, love you. This is Lindsay Nyman. Bye.
Happy birthday, Desi. So this morning I actually thought of you on my run. I was about 5 minutes into it with Tucker. It was dark outside. I was on the trails and my shirt felt super uncomfortable. I looked down and I had it on backwards and I had to laugh to myself and think about you because it's something we've done before. One of my other favorite memories running with you, Desi, is prancer-sizing in the slush. That will always bring a smile to my face. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful 40th birthday. Lots of love, Rebecca.
Oh man, where do I even begin with my favorite things about Desi? The very first time we met, it was just an instant connection. Like I felt like I had known her forever. And I love that we can talk just nonstop about anything and everything. I love how big Desi's heart is. She just cares so deeply. I don't even know. I have a handful of maybe like 2 or 3 people. And Desi's one of those people that I just feel so seen and heard by. She's such a great listener. She cares so deeply. She has such good insight, and I always really trust her advice. I feel really safe. Like, I know that anything that I share with her is so safe. And I love how incredible she is as a mom, and I've learned so much from her as just watching her as a mother. She's just so always focuses on the right things, and she's so present with her kids. She's so adventurous and so active, and just has like big goals and big ideas, and I love that about Desi. But then she's also just really chill. Like, I just 100% feel like she could walk in my house, and if a bomb had gone off and it was just a disaster, I wouldn't be worried about that at all. Like, I just feel like she doesn't care about that kind of stuff, which means a lot to me. I just feel like she's always focusing on the right things. She is always thinking about me and so thoughtful about my life, and just so thoughtful. There's just like a zillion things. I just love Desi, and she's one of my very, very best friends. And just, I haven't even known her that long, and I just feel like she will always be one of my closest friends. And so my favorite memory, sorry, this is too long. Um, the night that we were at Sundance, and we talked till like 3 in the morning, and the employee finally came out, and he's like, you guys could stay longer if you want. Oh my gosh, we had no idea it was 3 in the morning. And then one other time we were hiking with the littles, and a huge rainstorm hit, and it was so funny. I just feel like we're both so like-minded that way. We weren't super prepared, and we're getting drenched, and we had to like hitchhike to get back to our cars. Oh man, I love Desi so much, and man, I could go on and on, but those are some of my favorite things.
Desi, happy birthday! I can't believe we're this old already. How are we 40? There's so many things I love about you, but I would say the number one thing I love about you is how fun you are. If you are there, it's just a guaranteed good time. So I love that. No one makes me laugh as much as you do, and when we're together, it's just like the funnest thing ever. You always make me laugh so hard. I always feel like I'm a kid again, and it's just so refreshing. It's just a nice break from adulting. Another thing I love about you is that you're constantly learning and growing. I really look up to your growth mindset. Every time I talk to you, it seems like you have just listened to a book or a podcast or something that you're implementing, and you're always so good at doing that. Another thing you're also so good at is listening to me and validating. Like, you're just so good at listening and validating. I always wish I could do it as good as you are. And you're so strong. Like, you just amaze me how strong you are. You always act like you're out of shape, and then you go out on a bike with our friends and you just crush it. You're always in the front of the pack, and you're not even winded while I'm just sucking wind. But yeah, you do races and challenges, and I just love how ambitious you are with that. And spiritually, I love how grounded you are. You're always trying to help your kids be good people, and you just lead by this great example. So anyways, as for fun memories, a few come to mind. The first is our trip to St. George when you had botched Botox. And I remember staying up till 3 in the morning singing, "Hello, it's me. I've been wanting..." Anyway, I'm not even going to sing it. But we had so much fun singing it and making up words to your botched Botox, because no one knew it was you because your eye was closed shut. And you were such a good sport about it. Another funny memory from that same trip was when we went to Walmart and we found our blessed velour fancy pants. I still wear them, still love them, and still think of you every time. And then the last memory is when we did our Mom's Gone Wild day on the ski slopes, and I was the only one wearing a sports bra that day, so you guys all talked me into skiing down in my bra. And we just like cruised 80s style like we were in a Warren Miller movie down the hill, and we got to the bottom and saw my friend there, and he was like, "Is that you, Sleazy?" And I was in my bra and I just felt so dumb, but it was like such a funny afternoon of skiing that I just loved. Anyways, thanks for always brightening my day and being such a good friend. I sure love you, Des. Have a good one.
The thing that I love about Des is that she just flies by the seat of her pants, and she just doesn't carry the weight of the world on her shoulders. She's just always positive and fun-loving and easy to be around and full of good ideas. I'm glad that we have become friends over the years. And the one memory that stands out in my mind is when we had a girls' trip to Grand Junction, and for some reason we let Desi pick the restaurant, and out of all the choices that she had to choose from, she chose the one and only Chili's. And you'll just have to ask her about what kind of dining experience it was. I'll just leave it that it was one to never be forgotten. So we always joke around with Des, asking her if she wants to go to Chili's, since it was totally 5-star. Love you, Des. Hopefully you have a happy birthday, and hopefully there will be many more years to come. Love you, Des.
Happy 40th birthday, Des. I love you so much. I'm so grateful that you are a person in my life that is always down to talk, to listen, and to really hear me out with different things that are going on in my life. I'm just really glad that I have gotten to know you so well, and that I feel like I have such a special relationship with you. I look up to you a lot with the type of mother that you are, and just the activities that you put time and effort into. I just think that you are the best, and I hope that you have a great birthday. Love you.
I love my sister Desiree. Some of my favorite memories with her were just kind of we would sneak into each other's room at night when we were kids and just talk. When we were living in the basement in Sandy, I thought that was fun with to kind of be on our own down there with just me and her, and we're really close during that time period. I loved when she ran the Salt Lake City Marathon, and I was able to kind of run the last, I think, 5K with her or something, just to watch her determination and her drive, through adversity. I know that she wasn't feeling well with that. I think she even passed out for a time period, but was able to grind and, finish, and was still way faster than me, even running a 5K. So I think that was really admirable. Another memory I have is just that she was very supportive of me when I was going through my divorce. It just felt really good to talk to her. She was a really good listener, and also, had a lot of good advice, and just made me feel loved and supported, and that was really, really appreciated. The things I love about Desiree are, I love her adventurous spirit and carefreeness. I think that a lot of people are jealous of that we live in kind of such a stressful world that she's able to take everything in stride, and and just has this adventurous spirit of taking the kids skiing, and running, a 5K and winning it when she was pregnant. I just think that she doesn't let anything hold her back, and that's something I love about her. Very genuine person is another thing that I love about Desiree. She's just good-hearted, just cares for people genuinely. I think that, she doesn't have any agendas or, hidden motives or anything, and is just a genuine, lovable person too. Everybody that knows Desiree loves her, and wants to be around her. I love Desiree's determination. She's when she's determined and wants to be successful at something, she does. She's very driven that way, and she's always successful in all that she does, and if she's not successful at first, you see her work at it and become successful. So just love you so much, Desiree. Happy 40th. Welcome to the club.
Happy 40th, Des. I love your positive outlook and how fun you make everything. And one of the best memories I can think of for that was you took me mountain biking and you said it wasn't hard at all. And there was lots of nice rolling hills. And one of the first things we get to is a big drop off. And needless to say, it was a little bit scary, but I ended up having a ton of fun. But that just reminds me of your positive outlook on a lot of things and how much you value things that challenge you but also are really fun. And I love how the most I can think of, just of all the memories of us, is probably growing up together, is laughing, having a lot of fun and laughing, and then also crying together too, which I'm super grateful. I have a sister that we can be real with each other and that we know each other. Thank you for always listening and being a good advice giver as well, and super grateful that you're my sister. Love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Desi. Let the 40s begin. Happy birthday. Your 40s are the best decade. I loved them. You're going to love them. Hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that brother of mine is super, super sweet to you. Love you. So happy that you are in our family. You're the best. Happy birthday. Bye.
Hi, Desi. Hey, it's Carrie. Happy 40th birthday. I sure hope you have a wonderful day and hope you enjoy all of your messages of love. I definitely have a couple funny memories. First being when you came with us to our family reunion when you and Scotty were dating. Who could forget how crazy you were to do that skit and drink that nasty toothpaste water that I think also had Oreos. I think they had chewed up Oreos. Anyway, yeah, wasn't hard to see that you were perfect for Scotty and had just that same sense of adventure and spontaneity. Also love the memory in Mexico, which, by the way, so happy we came. That was such a fun trip for all of us, and so thanks so much for moving there and making it happen so we could come and visit. But anyway, loved the time that for Dean's birthday, you popped that what was it, a cannon thing with the confetti cannon, I think. Anyway, yeah, little too close to Dean's ears. Hope you've had his hearing checked to see if he's okay, because that was a little crazy for sure. Anyway, lots of great memories. So happy and blessed that you're in our family, and love all of your sense of adventure, your creativity, your spontaneity. You always make everything so fun, and you always are so happy and truly have such a contagious and infectious joy about you. So thanks so much for all you do for our family and making Scotty happy. We're lucky, and your kids are lucky to have such a great mama, and Scotty's so lucky to have such a great wife. Love you to pieces. Hope your day is spectacular and wonderful. See ya. Bye.
Happy 40th birthday. I am so lucky and grateful to know you. I think you're an amazing, incredible, beautiful person, and I just feel so blessed to be your friend. My favorite thing about you is your just genuine, good, authentic, caring heart. You care so deeply, and you have just one of the most genuine, deep hearts that I know, and I feel so
blessed to feel of your love and friendship and have you just care so much. I just feel your care for me and for my family, and I feel like we could talk forever. Like, you're always just so interested, and it just means the world to feel like you're really caring and listening, and we can talk forever about deep stuff, fun stuff, hard stuff, funny stuff, and we could talk. I don't know, I love conversing with you. I have so many memories with you, but one that I will never ever forget, of course, is being in my cul-de-sac and seeing you fly down in the helicopter to celebrate your 40th, and your beautiful face smiling and crying and waving in there as Andrea and I were waiting for you and getting in there with you, and just hearing your childlike giddiness of excitement, seeing the leaves and beauty and nature up in the helicopter. It's just something that I will cherish and a memory I'll never ever forget. I love you so much, and I'm so happy to celebrate this birthday with you and many, many more to come. Love you, Desi.
Happy birthday, Desi. This is Melody. Um, I just wanted to say that you are one of the kindest, most sincere people I know. You're such a good listener and have such a level head and give the greatest advice. I admire all of your many, many talents, and I've just really enjoyed our friendship over the years. One of my favorite memories of you, Des, is when you and me and Amanda were training for the Boston Marathon. And I don't remember which workout it was, but all of a sudden, whenever we started to do hill workouts, you would do this yell like, "Hiya!" before we would attempt the hill. And you would do it every time, and it was very contagious. Like, it empowered us as we sprinted up these hills as we were training for Boston together. And I distinctly remember that year at Boston, I was starting to run up Heartbreak Hill, and I thought of you, Desi, and I out loud went, "Hiya!" in honor of you. And now when I run hills, I either think that or I actually still do it. Anyway, I hope you truly have the best birthday. You are such a sweet, sweet, kind, talented woman, mother, and friend, and I love you, Des.
Hey, Desi. Happy birthday. I'm so excited. You're finally joining the 4-0 Club. It's the best. I wanted to share one of my favorite memories of you, and that is, remember when we drove to Moab and we planned a trip with all these moms and all their kids? And you and I were in charge of finding the best camping spot. And you just took charge and you got dangerous in your minivan. And we went four-wheeling in your minivan. And let's just say maybe your minivan got a little bit of worked over. But man, did we have a good time. I love that memory. We had so much fun. Anyways, I hope you have an awesome birthday and you get loved and celebrated, and you know how special you are. I'm grateful that we met, and I'm grateful that we're friends, and you're awesome. Happy birthday.
Desiree was my high school experience, dressing up Jesse up in full scuba gear and having him run and scream through Smith's on 104th South, coming the next day to a worker saying, "There's been suspicious activity here, please be cautious," or something. Going on random adventures, meeting the guy who played the dad in Once I Was a Beehive at his amazing bed and breakfast he made. Going on choir tour to Florida with you and being out of control spazzes, hitting our heads about every other hour. Doing quizzes in your bedroom from the 17 magazine. all the roses you had dried from all the boys in high school that adored you, your awesome room, and your huge closet. Driving downtown in my Blazer car our sophomore year, and the engine roaring and the transmission died on 104th. Having a blast at Taco Bell with our Sweethearts dance dates, and Desiree, you were the bright, carefree joy and magic and laughter in high school. And as a grown-up, your desire to continue to learn and stay humble and progress is truly admirable. And you've always been a close kindred spirit, and I still dream of living next to each other and hanging out on the beach with our bright colored sweats matching in velvet together.
One of my favorite memories of Des is when she fell asleep on the bin thing on the houseboat in Lake Powell. I don't know what it's called, but that hard surface, and she fell sound asleep. But I admire her for her patience and for her generosity, and she's so considerate of others, and she's just a kind soul.
Hi Desi, happy birthday. I remember the first time I met you. I was at the U, and I was a few rows back from where you were sitting, and I noticed you when you were talking to everybody and laughing, and it looked like you'd been spending lots of time out in the sun because you had a really great tan, and I thought to myself, I have to meet her. And I may have been a bit stalkerish, but after class I followed you and saw that you were getting on the train that I was getting on as well, and so I made sure that I got on the same car as you. And when we were there, you said hi to me, and I said we were in the same class together, and you were listening to your music on your iPod, and you offered to have me listen with you, and it was the Postal Service, the song Such Great Heights. And I just think that's pretty cute to think of. The first time we met, the two young girls that we were listening to music on your iPod, sharing a headset. And whenever I hear that song, I always think of you. And I think since that time, I've always tried to find ways to be a part of your life. Whether it's been helping you with school assignments, or going on crazy double dates, to rafting rivers, snowboarding, I don't know. We have so many memories, and to think about all of them, it just makes me so happy that I've been able to be with you. Really, I feel like you have been such a source of goodness in my life, and someone who I've really needed. And at times, I remember this one time I called you when I was feeling pretty low. My dad had just recently passed away, and I think my dating life was a mess, and I was just feeling pretty alone. And I went down to your house in Orem, and I remember sitting at your counter talking to you and just crying. And I feel like I can always talk to you about everything or anything I wanted, and also have a good laugh at the same time. I just really love you, and I think you're the best, and I hope that I am able to continue following you around for the rest of our lives, really, because you're just really special. So I hope you have a great day and a wonderful year, and here's to the next 40 years plus. Love you, Des.
There are so many things that I love about Desiree. She is the best listener that I've ever had in a friend. She is so compassionate and understanding. She's very deliberate in the way that she lives her life. She's always learning something new. She's always open to new ideas. Desiree is genuine. She's so much fun. She's very active. She's very positive. and she truly cares about other people. I became friends with Desiree in 9th grade, and I was so excited about her because she was so much fun. She was always the life of the party. We would laugh so hard together, but yet she was so caring and she truly saw other people. Desiree has a unique way of being very accepting of others while still holding on to her own values and her own beliefs and faith. She is one of the best friends I have ever had, and I can still get together with her and laugh so hard and also share what's in my heart and connect. I truly value her friendship and love her so much.
Desi is not only a very sweet and kind mother, but she's lots of fun too. She gets involved with her kids in whatever they're doing, whether it be skiing or mountain biking. She's very supportive. During her mom conference interview, she was such a good role model for other mothers and showed the high priority that she placed on family and what a good example for others. I appreciate that she showed other mothers, anyone who was on her website, ways they could improve. I think Desi's a super good example of being spiritual. She asks direction from Heavenly Father and follows him so well. I love that about her.
Desiree has always been a mature spirit. She has always tried to do what is right. One of the things I love about Desiree is she is not judgmental of others. She tries to do what is right, but she doesn't look at others and view herself better. She just loves other people. Because Desiree loves other people, she has many friends. And she's also a wonderful listener to her friends and family members. She approaches everything she does with compassion and love. She's just a wonderful daughter. We're glad that we have her. Desiree is a wonderful mother too, and she is a fabulous daughter and a wonderful wife to you, Scott.
We sure do love you, Desi. Happy birthday.
Happy 40th.
Love you, sweetie. Bye.
Happy 40th birthday, sweetie. I love you so much, and I hope you feel loved by all these wonderful people that surround you. You are amazing, and all these people love you, as do I, more than words could ever say. Love you, babe. Happy 40th birthday. Actually, happy belated 40th birthday. Love you. Bye.